If you're a freelancer or a design agency, there's situations where you may want to move your current website onto a totally new hosting server. Or it could be that you're working on a temporary website and you want to move that temporary website onto the actual client website. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a seamless transition of moving your website from one host to another host. So in this case, I have this website right here. Now, if you take a look here on the top, you can see this is hosted on ZipWP. Now, this is a service that I use. And if you're a freelancer or a design agency, I recommend that you use this because you can build as many websites as you want, show your clients. Once they approve it, then you move the website onto a totally different server. And this is exactly what I'm doing today. I have a website here, and this is what it looks like. I want to move this complete website onto a totally new server on crafterpro.com. So here you can see the domains are different. Okay, so I'm moving this complete website over here. So the first thing you want to do is to use a service that allows you to transfer these files seamlessly without any problems. And the one I've been using for a very, very long time is called wpvivid. Let's go ahead and install it and show you how to do this transition. So what I'm going to do is to come over here to plugins and then click on add plugin. Next, I'm going to search for it. It's called wpvivid. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to go ahead and click on install. And by the way, look at this. This has been installed on close to 1 million websites, which means they do a very good job of transferring and backing up websites. Okay, so let's go ahead now and click install now. I'm going to go ahead now and activate. So the next thing I need to do now is to back up everything. So here you can see it says database and files. So this is exactly what I want to do. And it also says save backups to local. And that's the option I have as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and click on backup. But of course, there's other options here that you can use. For example, there's auto migration here. This one here is really, really awesome, but we can do that in another video. So let's go ahead and back this up. I'm going to go ahead and click on backup. Now, while this backup is happening, okay, because you get a progress bar here, I'm going to now go to the website where I am going to be transferring my website to. So this is where I want to move the website to. So you do the same thing. You go to your dashboard. And by the way, over here, you just need to install a bare bones WordPress website. No plugins, nothing. This has to be just a bare bones website. So as you can see, I've just installed the basic one. There's no themes. You can see here, there's no themes. And if I come over here to plugins, again, you can see here, these are the default plugins that you get with WordPress. Now I need to do the same thing that I did. I'm going to go ahead and install wpvivid. Click install now and then activate. Excellent. So in this case now, I'm going to leave this as it is. Okay, I'm not going to do anything here. Let's go back now to our other side. So we can see here that the backup is done and here it is. I'm going to go ahead and click here once. Okay. And because this now needs to be on my computer, I need to download it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and download it onto my computer. Okay, so let's go ahead now and download. It's 68.59 megs, which is not too bad. Okay, so my file here has been downloaded. I'm just going to take a look at it. And here it is in my downloads folder. Okay, so you don't want to rename this, leave it as it is. Now, the next step is to head over now to the site where we're going to move our website to, which is, in this case, crafterpro.com. All right. So we are going to do the opposite of what we did. So right now, we've just installed a wpvivid. So in this case now, we want to come over here to upload because we need to upload that downloaded backup, which is this one right here. Okay, we need to upload it here. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to click on select files and here it is. There's a long name. So I'm going to double click on that. And then over here, I'm going to say upload. Okay, so it looks like our upload has completed. I'm now going to go ahead and click on OK. So if we want now our website to show, okay, if you want our website to show, or at least to import that backup, we select it. And then this time we're going to say restore. Now notice that I'm still on crafterpro.com. This is the website that I'm moving the site to. So this time around, I'm going to say restore. And if I click on restore now, it is going to go through the process of taking that downloaded file and add all the files now onto my new website. So this may take a while. So let's go ahead now and click on restore. And then I'm going to say, okay. So you're going to get a overall progress bar here. And then once it's done, we're going to test it and see if it is exactly like how it's supposed to be. So it looks like our restore was completed successfully. I'm going to say, okay. So now you notice that it logs me out. Okay. So what I need to do, first of all, is just to check and see if this is looking right, if the website looks right. So let's hit enter. And sure enough, now we have a complete duplicate of what we had before. So if you take a look here, this is our website. And I want you to take a note of the URLs. Okay. So this is the old URL. Okay. And now we've moved that website onto crafterpro.com. So everything is okay. Now there's something that is very, very important here. You see, when you move over a copy of this website over, it copies pretty much everything, including the username and password to log in. So this is where now you need to go. In this case, I'm using zipwp. In your case, if you have the username and password of your website before you moved it, that's the username and password that you need. So in this case, if I need to log into my new website on my new domain, here's what I need to do. I'm going to now go to these three little dots here for my website, and I'm going to look for my login credentials. And here it is. This is the username. I'm going to copy that. Okay, come over to my site here, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the right URL. And then I'm going to add a /wp admin like that. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is to enter my username like that. And then back over here, I need to enter my password. I'm going to copy that. And then over here, I'm going to paste it. And then you may want to say, remember me here, because as you can see, these are random usernames. So I'm going to click on login. And now I am in my website. So at this stage, I can go in and start designing on a proper new domain. There we go, crafterpro.com. Now, there is a challenge that you may get. Now, as you can see, this has worked completely fine and no issues. And pretty much this is how you do the migration. Now, challenges are you may have a massive website. Okay, this is just a basic website with a couple of pages. But if you have a massive website, then you're going to need the pro version. So let's take a look here and see what the pro version has versus the free one. So if we take a look here, and I'm not going to go through the whole list because there's a lot more that you get with your pro version here. So here you have incremental backups, you have selective content backup. So there's a lot that you can do with the pro version here, which you don't get in the free one. So the free one just allows us to do a file backup, a database backup, and a WordPress plus database backup. But we get way more with this. So if I scroll down here, you can see migration through uploads, site-to-site auto migration that you get, and then we have crash protection when migrating. Now this is very, very important, especially when you have big websites, and sometimes you may want to do this over like a short period of time, and if you're having these crashes on the free one, then there's no way to, pretty much to get around that. So here we get the crash protection when migrating. We can also do this through cloud storage, which is fantastic because sometimes we store our backups on cloud. We also have selective migration. I mean, there's a lot here. I mean, look, we also have all these other features here. So as you can see, I'm sure you can agree with me that the pro version has way more. So the question now is, how does the interface look on the pro version? So I'm going to come over here into my account. So as you can see here, I have an account because, as I mentioned before, I use this and it is very, very powerful. So I'm going to say download wpvivid installer. I think I downloaded it earlier on. Okay, yes, I did. So what I'm going to do now is to head over to my site, the new one, by the way, and then I'm going to go into dashboard, plugins, and then add plugin. I'm going to click upload. Now the plugin I've just downloaded is in my downloads folder, and here it is, wpvivid installer. I'm going to double click on that and then click on install now. Now this is the pro version, by the way. So it's taking a while. I'm going to go ahead now and activate. Okay, great. So now that I've activated, all I need to do is to enter my license key. So I'm going to paste my license in here. So I'm going to paste my license in here and then click on activate. Excellent. Now, do you see the whole interface now changes? There's a lot more going on here, and you can do things like generate a schedule. So I can go in here and schedule a backup. I can even create a job. I can also come over here and enable incremental backup schedule. Okay, so there's a lot more that we can do here. Now, there was a day where I really messed up. On Divi University, I updated a plugin which was not compatible with the version of Divi 5. And what happened is my website went down for a bit, and I was really panicking because obviously a lot of people are buying products on my website. So to have a website that is down is not a good thing, right? And there's also a massive community on divuniversity.com. So I was really stuck, didn't know what to do, but I totally forgot that I had wpvivid Pro installed. So what I did was I just went in and clicked on Rollback, and I had to pinpoint the plugins that I had updated and did a rollback, and that really saved my life. I was so happy with this product that I highly recommend it for pretty much anyone that wants to have a serious business, because when things go wrong with your backups, that can cost you a lot of money and you're going to have frustrated customers. Now, I'm going to do a dedicated video on the pro version because, as you can see here, it has a lot of features. And by the way, this is the rollback feature. So what you do is you activate the status here. So I'm going to go ahead and say enable, hit apply. So if there's a plugin that you install and it's, it messes about, you can just come over here, click on rollback, and then it will roll back to the previous version. That's how it would work. Simple as that. So this product pretty much does everything. It does plugins, it does themes. So again, if you have a theme that has not worked correctly, you can just go in and make sure this is activated. You can do a rollback and just quickly go back to the version that was working without really doing this to the whole server. Because as you can imagine, if you're going to do a rollback of a complete server, that doesn't work. So you want to pinpoint exactly what it is. You can also do this with a WordPress core. So for example, let's say you activate this and there's an issue with the latest version of WordPress. Perhaps it's not compatible with a lot of plugins. You can just come over here. The version will be here. So you go in and roll back. Simple as that. Very, very easy. So as I mentioned, there's a lot more tools here and a lot of features that we can go in and play around with. But, there's also a white label option here. You can install this white label option, which is fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to do a dedicated video about wpvivid Pro. And if you want to go ahead and purchase wpvivid Pro, you can go ahead and do so. Here are the pricing plans. So over here, and by the way, these prices are very, very reasonable. As you can see, up to 10 domains, $69 per year. This is a game changer, because I've had situations where websites were down and clients were not happy. In other cases, I had to refund. And there was one case I was almost sued for messing up with their business because I did not have a proper backup on their website. So $69 a year is a very, very good price. Over here it's 50 domains, and of course you can go for a lifetime also, and after 10 domains, $139 US. I will leave a link to wpvivid Pro in the video description below. And if you purchase it using my affiliate link, I will really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.